Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for using my creator code whenever you purchase any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or thesims.com. I receive a 5% commission each time you use my code, which means you're directly supporting me as a creator. I know there are a lot of codes floating around out there, so I am very grateful that you've chosen me to support in this way. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for something a little bit different. So about 10 months ago, maybe a year ago, something like that, my dear friend Ocean Sims decided to check out all the different packs with The Sims 4 and see what she would need to build the ultimate family gameplay experience. And she started off with one expansion, one game pack, and one stuff pack. And recently, I was feeling extremely overwhelmed with the amount of content that we have in The Sims 4. We're, nearly 11 years in, and there are just so many packs with so many small components that I do utilize with my everyday family gameplay. So I thought, you know what, this would be a great time to take things, I'll say back to basics, and really build my own ultimate family gameplay experience. So today, that is what we are going to be doing. I am, just like Ocean, starting off with one expansion, one game pack, and one stuff pack. And what I have decided on is Growing Together, which feels like a given, Parenthood, and the Toddler stuff pack. I'm not going to include kits, I don't believe, though they might, one could argue they might enhance gameplay for some. I don't think I want to include them because a majority of them are create a sim and build by, and they don't offer new gameplay components, which I think is the most important part when we're examining gameplay. Also, you're all going to need to forgive my voice. I'm trying to be a bit more soft-spoken because my voice is completely frayed right now, and I don't know why. I'm just going to be blaming pregnancy. That is pretty much it. But this house, well, actually, first off, the world that we're in, because we do only have one new world with an expansion, and this is the world of San Sequoia, which came with Growing Together. Now, this house was built by Simlicy. It is a Growing Together and base game only house, and it was so roomy and perfect for this family that I created specifically for this challenge. I just called it a challenge, and it's not a challenge, but but yeah, so this is the Hart family. I made them specifically for this little playthrough here. You just ate without your family? Are you kidding, Rio? Okay, well, this will be a great time to introduce you to Rio Hart. Now, he is an adult. Oh my gosh, this is so odd. We don't have like the business panel and stuff down here. This is so weird. I'm not used to playing with such limited packs. But Rio here is a bookworm, a perfectionist. He's family oriented, and he's also domestic because he does have the big happy family aspiration. Now, I didn't assign these Sims any likes or dislikes. I also didn't do relationship preferences. I completely forgot that these were actually base game features. So that was kind of exciting, especially the relationship preference component, at least for me. Now, one of the big things for Growing Together are the milestones as well. So we're going to explore those a little bit more via one of the other household members. I'd say more than others, but we'll see. But Rio is married to Zara here, who's playing peekaboo with the littlest member of the household, Lyle. Look at how cute that little boy is. Now, infants are base game, but I'll say unfortunately, because I think it's really unfortunate, the major gameplay components for infants are locked within Growing Together, and that is the milestones. The milestones are so huge for infants, and it makes gameplay, I would say, actually pretty challenging because they have to reach certain milestones to reach other milestones. So right now, Lyle has absolutely none. He was just doing tummy time for the very first time with mom over here. I didn't do any gameplay prior to this because I wanted to start as fresh as possible. But yeah, he's doing tummy time in the next milestone that we're kind of thinking here for gross motor and fine motor. We have learned to reach and lift head. So he has to do a tummy time and he has to look at toys to reach some of these next milestones. So I'm going to have him look at the toys for now since he just wrapped up tummy time. But there are two more members of this household as well. So up here we have Zari. Yes, her mom absolutely named her similar to her because that is her baby girl. That is her baby girl. Now, Zari does have an aspiration, again, from growing together. It is the mind and body aspiration, which I've never actually really played around with. I think it's one of the 4 multi-skill aspirations, like under that major category. So I just picked one at random. I figured this would be kind of interesting, and I didn't even realize the reward trait. So if she does complete this aspiration, she will become headstrong. These Sims have learned to discipline their body and minds. Their focused and confident moodlets will last longer. So that's kind of nice. It's like a lifelong impact from actually completing that aspiration as a kiddo. And then last but certainly not least, we have little Isaiah over here because we have the toddler stuff pack, and because with family gameplay, I just want to explore as many different life stages as possible. I had to have a toddler as well. This is little Isaiah. He's so cute. He's an inquisitive little toddler, and he has a few different milestones as well. Now, this is one thing I also haven't explored with the milestones is the ones for toddlers. I've been very focused on infants, which is why growing together for me was such a core expansion pack to start something like this. So he wants to maybe read his first book, but he did learn how to talk. He learned how to walk. He hasn't studied shapes. He hasn't made his first childhood friend. That's so cute. Maybe we can meet other toddlers. I don't know. He has to learn how to climb the stairs. Like, there's just so many cute things that we can actually explore with toddlers too, pertaining to their milestones. That's actually really exciting. I'm excited to do that. Now, something else I forgot, of course, is that we have Parenthood installed. So that is really going to impact, I would say, Zari and Isaiah, because with Parenthood, you do have the ability for your Sims to develop character values. So at the moment, everything I was going to say is neutral, but empathy and conflict resolution, for some reason, they always start fairly low in my game. I don't really know where that comes from. But everything is very, very neutral right now for Zari as well as Isaiah, I would say. Actually, his are all really low. Why did they start off like that? He hasn't had any interactions with anybody. Why is that? But you can develop character values. So if you were unaware, if you didn't have Parenthood, you can either kind of shift things into the red or shift things into the green. And depending on what range those fall in by the time that Sim ages up, they will get, this is up to a young adult, mind you, so they can actually influence these character traits through toddlerhood, childhood, and teenhood. Is that the way to say it? And when they reach young adulthood, they can either get the more so, we'll say, negative trait or the positive trait. For example, with emotional control, they can have uncontrolled emotions or great emotional control. Not me coming downstairs and Ryu just immediately giving Zara a little kiss. I do have autonomy on because I do want to kind of just see how these Sims interact with kind of how I've created them to begin with. I don't typically keep autonomy on in that way, but yeah, we're actually going to keep it on right now. So Lyle is busy at the moment, just looking at his toys. I'm going to have him use his diaper really quickly. And oh, I didn't even give you the tour of the house. Probably should have done that. It's a great house. Simlisa did a wonderful job. As per usual, we have a nice big living room. We've got a piano downstairs and a bathroom, as well as the kitchen and dining. I added a high chair. I didn't want to add 2 until until Lyle can actually use it. I think I want to use this primarily for Isaiah, though using high chairs in The Sims can be very challenging. And then upstairs, we actually have Lyle sleeping in his parents' room at the moment. I just thought it was going to be easier. It's going to be convenient to actually have him right there. Zari, of course, has her own room. We have another bathroom up here. And then we have the little Todd room for Isaiah. And we do have a family computer because Ryu is actually the only working parent in the household. He works in the tech guru career. I did cheat this. I made him a project manager just to make sure that they weren't absolutely destitute by the time they moved into this house. So he is pretty high up in the tech guru career. That's always been his focus, and it's allowed Zara to stay home with the kids, which is something she's always wanted to do. Her aspiration is to be a super parent. She wants to be a super parent. She is all about being a mom. It's what she's always wanted, and she's so grateful that she has a partner like Rio to actually support her and be able to have her stay home with the kids, which is really exciting. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but already this game is testing my patience. We had Isaiah here in the high chair. I had Rio go to grab now he wants to sit in the high chair. Like, I had Rio go grab a serving for him, and then Rio took him out of, like, didn't put him in the high chair, then went to go tend to the infant. And where did he leave Lyle? Literally outside. He literally left Lyle outside. So, we're gonna have Zara come pick up this poor child that dad left outside instead of putting Isaiah in the darn high chair because we don't need him there. Getting Sims to sit down for meals is actually nuts. Oh, what? Okay, I knew we were going to get prompts. Yeah, sure, Zari can like small talk, that's perfectly fine. But I want to do some things that are related to parenthood because we do have a handful of interactions, like hug lovingly. It's indicated by this little icon, which I find interesting because some other components, like family kiss, for example, maybe that's not a good example. I'm trying to think. There are, like this one here, you are my favorite. That's exclusive to growing together. So that doesn't have the icon, whereas the old parenthood one does, which I just think is interesting because, yeah, it actually indicates which pack it came from. Anyway, we're going to have Zari. She came and got Lyle, and we're going to have her come in here and just sit on the couch, give him a bottle because he is hungry and he's cranky. He needs some food and he needs to go to sleep. This poor little guy. This poor little guy who, you know, your dad left him. Where is she go? Don't put him down. Please don't put him down. I'm going to be so mad if you put him down. And where's Isaiah going? Oh God, maybe autonomy wasn't a good idea. Oh no, it's fine. He's just going to the bathroom. But Zari is just chatting with her dad. I feel like she's closer to her dad actually than her mom, and not in like a bad way or anything like that. But I feel like dad is kind of soft on her. In fact, I did actually indicate, I think I did dictate some dynamics. That's another component of growing together, is there are family dynamics. So Rio is actually supportive. He has a supportive dynamic with Zari. When Sims have a supportive family dynamic, the older Sim often provides the younger Sim with emotional support and reassurance, while serving as a good role model for the younger Sim. When socializing, both Sims will actively seek to provide affection and compliments to each other. The older Sim will actively seek to console or cheer up the younger Sim, and the younger Sim feels comfortable venting their complaints or asking for help a bit more. So, even though Zari is very close with her mom and her dad, it seems like her and her dad have more of a emotional connection in this way. Like he's just very, very supportive and very attentive to her emotional needs, whereas Zari's dynamic with her mom is close, and they actually have bad compatibility. Again, another component of, I believe, growing together as well. So that's kind of interesting. They are close, but they have bad compatibility. Close family members are tight-knit and have a very strong relationship. These Sims will naturally gravitate towards each other and develop strong positive sentiments more easily when spending time together. When socializing, they will share deep thoughts with each other. But again, not good social compatibility. Their affinity from the start won't be great, but it could certainly be worse. While building a friendship will be a challenge for them, that doesn't mean it's not worth trying. Thankfully, they are already friends. That is her mom, so it's not that big of a deal. And she doesn't have any compatibility like designation with her dad, which I think is kind of interesting. I wonder if she has it with her siblings. Well, she does have the jokesters dynamic with her younger brother Isaiah. I feel like she loves Isaiah. Lyle's, he's a little bit too young to really have developed too much, but essentially these two could get into mischief with one another. I feel like Zari absolutely leans into that, having a younger brother where she still gets to act like a little kid and get in trouble. And yeah, no dynamic with Lyle yet because he is just too little, but she's begging dad for new toys. She's actually like, Daddy, I really wanted a swing set for a long time. Like, can we get a swing set? And he's like, Zari, honey, it's a little bit expensive, you know, maybe we can look at something a little bit more affordable or something like that. And she's like, okay. She's very agreeable. I don't think she really minds that much. Now, another thing with parenthood here is that we want to work on those different character values. So I'm actually going to have Zari clean off the table really quick because I think that'll help with her manners. And I might even have her set the table as well. We're going to do a casual setting of tan, I think. That'll be nice. And Zara here is taking care of Lyle. He just got his bottle, and now we're going to put him upstairs to bed. It looks like Dad is already going to bed, which is interesting. And our little guy Isaiah wants to get in some trouble, actually. Oh, and we got an infant cork, so Lyle has a good appetite. I'm not going to read every single little thing there because I think the quirks I want to say some of them, maybe not all of them, are base game, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's kind of interesting too. I'm just going to throw this bottle out because it's on the ground. This little guy's getting into trouble. I'm actually going to have him because I think he can go up the stairs with his current motor skill. I think he can, and he loves books. Oh, it's a toddler corks. I forgot those existed too. He loves books. We're going to have him come upstairs and maybe look at a book. Maybe he'll sit in the rocking chair. That would be kind of nice. And Zari's about to make a mess, which I don't want to happen. I want her to be a good girl. Stop making a mess outside, child. This is a component of parenthood. So actually, you know what? This is a great opportunity for Dad here. I know he was about to check Lyle, but I think he's going to come outside and he's going to be like, Zari, first off, why are you outside at 11:30 at night? And second, we have the option to discipline or encourage behavior, help with needs, influence, teach to say please and thank you, and teach to say sorry. We're going to discipline this recent behavior. And because he is such a supportive parent, I don't think that correlates at all to permissive. I think he's going to be firm and he's just going to say, tell not to make a mess. He's not going to express disappointment per se, though that might be a bit more applicable. Unfortunately, this actually gave Zari level 4 of creativity. But Zara is actually trying to get this little one to sleep. And then we're going to try to get little Isaiah to sleep as well in just a second. Actually, Zara might be... I wonder if she can potty train him. Since he's going potty, can we just go ahead and potty train him too? There we go. I figured it out. I just had to actually click on the potty. So Rio just disciplined Zari, and they actually became good friends from it. So she did not seem bothered at all by the fact that she got disciplined for making a mess outside. And she actually got a confidence gain. So that's something else. There's actually so much. Like, this is why I chose growing together. There's so much that comes with this, especially for family gameplay. So when your child Sims start out, they have neutral confidence. Now, I believe there's still a bug in this game where technically the confidence level isn't accurately reflected in the Simology panel. But essentially, your adult Sims can encourage, discourage certain things to help raise children's confidence, and they can get bonus traits when they age up to teens. So right now, even though it might not be fully accurate, we don't know because of this glitch. And the only reason I know this is because I am working on a different series actually at the moment, and I was playing around with the confidence thing. So basically, Sims with neutral confidence are still figuring out how they feel about their own capabilities. They can be easily encouraged or discouraged when gaining or losing confidence. A Sim with neutral confidence will have either high nor low self-esteem when aging into a teen. Now, this can be increased or decreased depending on skill gain, school performance, positive and negative socialization, succeeding or failing, or skill-based activities, confident or embarrassed moodlets, and more. Caregivers criticizing or praising a child's behavior also impacts their confidence level. So it's kind of nice. She got a confidence gain from that, which is interesting. So I'm going to have him give her a family kiss really quick. He's just like, all right, baby girl. None of that, please. Let's get you to bed. And he is going to go ahead and actually put Zari to bed. We have Lyle, who's still awake. He really doesn't want to go down tonight, which is okay. That's all right. And I'm actually having Mom come back in here. Oh my God, they just got a sentiment too. You make my day so much better. Thanks for making me smile. That's so sweet. I guess Mom is just going to wait for Isaiah to actually be done pottying because I want her to read him to sleep because he loves books. He has that new quirk. So I want her to be able to read him to sleep. I think that would be really sweet while Rio here tucks in Zari. I also have to do auto lights in this house. My goodness. He's going to tuck her in, and then he's also going to kiss the little one Lyle goodnight, and then he is going to just relax for a second. This family has just been going. I'll have him change into his PJs. One thing I didn't do, I didn't have Zari brush her teeth before bed, actually. I didn't have her brush her teeth. That could have impacted some of her character values. But let's go ahead and have Mom read little Isaiah to sleep while Rio tucks in Lyle. Have him change into his pajamas, and then he's just going to relax and wait for Zara to come to bed. One thing I will not understand, when we got the ability for Sims to relax on the bed, they can sit on the bed, they can read on the bed, I think they can do things on their phone, they can watch TV from bed, but they can't talk to each other, which is so frustrating because Rio wants to ask Zara about her day. They haven't had a chance to connect since the beginning of the day here. We did start a little bit later as well, but he actually had to get up to talk to her, and now he has to go over to her side of the bed to continue to talk to her, and he wants to have a child. We're going to put a pin in that, actually. We're going to put a little pin in that. They are going to have a deep conversation and just kind of chit-chat and have some alone time just a little bit before they have to go to bed. I do have a couple of mods in, but they are primarily little like romance mods. And mods meaning interactions. So nothing that's entirely like shattering to the experience of the fact that we're doing a pack restricted playthrough of anything like Passionate Gifts, Sims 3 Romance and stuff like that, Kiss and Grind. It's just a bunch of romantic interactions. Doesn't impact anything intensely, but I'm actually going to have him, sorry, I just hiccuped up in the middle of that. He's going to give her a little bit of a massage, and he's like, I know you work so hard all day having at least two of the kiddos, the two younger ones, because Aries in school. And he's like, you just deserve it. I want to make sure that you're always comfortable and happy. And I think that they have, actually, what is their dynamic? I know I gave them a dynamic. What is it? They're close. They're close. They're sweethearts at the moment, by the way. I mean, I think they're more than that, but that's fine. They are very, very close. They have a very, very strong relationship. And I didn't even mention too, so Zara is a young adult, but Rio is actually an adult. So he's a little bit older than Zara, which means that he's going to hit elderhood before her. And in fact, because I didn't do this before we started, which I should have done, is I want to put on only active household to auto age. And we're going to play on normal lifespan. So I know that Ocean kind of changed up the way that she did things as she was playing through this. But essentially, I want to give us maybe the space of like 8 to 10 episodes just to see how this goes. And yet at the same time, I am a little bit hesitant to dictate a number of episodes because I want to see when I feel as though I have the ultimate family gameplay experience as well. That could be after like 3 episodes for all we know. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be something that is that limiting in the number of episodes itself. So he just gave her a little kiss, and now they're just going to go ahead and go to bed. So I think I'm going to wrap this one up here. It probably wasn't super, super long, but I just wanted to introduce you all to the family, show you the house and everything, and really kind of review what we're doing. There's no plan for this at all. I just want to explore what these packs have to offer, and I want to be able to identify the things that I feel are really, really missing for me to enjoy family gameplay. So we'll see. But I hope you all enjoyed this. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.